This is Google's Notebook LM alternative, AnythingLLM. It's an open source self-hosted AI workspace that lets you chat with your codebase, documents, and internal data, plus it's completely private. And unlike most local LLM setups, you don't need to stitch together Ollama, LangChain, a vector database, and some cheap UI just to make it usable. Over the next few minutes, I'll show you exactly how it replaces that entire stack and whether it's actually worth switching to. So here's the real issue. Local models are easy now, we get it, but the workflow isn't always that easy. You've got Ollama running in one terminal, LangChain scripts in another, your vector database somewhere else, and a UI you temporarily just threw together. Yes, it does work, but we also have to be careful here. AnythingLLM collapses that into one workspace. You get drag and drop RAG, a visual no-code agent builder, a full developer API with an embed widget. And you can bring your own providers like Ollama, LM Studio, Grok, XAI, so we get fewer moving parts, which leads to faster shipping. If you guys enjoy this kind of content with tools that speeds up your dev workflow, be sure to subscribe to the Better Stack channel. Now let me run through this. I'll just install the desktop app here, then I can connect my local Ollama instance and LanceDB as the default vector database. So there's nothing extra to configure here. Now I'm just going to drag in a Python repo and a PDF with documentation. Anything will automatically chunk, embed, and index all of this for me. Now I can ask, explain this fast API endpoint and cite the exact file. And it answers with citations pointing to the real file paths, with all this now leading to less hallucinations. Now I'll create a quick agent to summarize top hacker news posts daily. I embed the web search tool, and that's it. One click, there's none of that Docker compose jargon that we have to add on to that. This is where it starts feeling like a productivity layer on top. Workspaces are isolated projects, which means client work stays separate from your side project, which in turn stays separate from your internal wiki. There's a full REST API, so you can embed private RAG into your own SaaS, internal dashboards, and even a VS Code extension. This is great because with anything, you're not locked into some interface. The visual agent builder lets you wire up tools like SQL queries, web search through SERP API, file operations, and even MCP servers. And if you want more control, yeah, you can still use LangChain inside an agent. LanceDB is the default vector store, but you can switch to PG Vector or Quadrant in one click. There's also a drop-in chat widget you can embed into your own product. And you can switch model providers mid-conversation without restarting or even re-indexing. So how is this any different from the other tools we're already using, like Notebook LM? OpenWebI, that's one, is great if you mainly want Ollama chat interface with plugins. But AnythingLLM adds stronger built-in RAG, agent workspaces, and a desktop app. You have Private GPT that works well for simple document Q&A, but AnythingLLM adds agents and a full API on top of that. There is a tool called Diffie that I spoke about in another video. Diffie and Langflow are powerful if you love heavy visual workflows, but they are really heavy overall. With AnythingLLM, it's lighter for document-heavy RAG use cases. LangChain gives us more flexibility, but you're building everything yourself. Now let's talk about what devs actually like and what they don't like, based on going through X and Reddit and other resources. So people consistently praise the API because it makes embedding private RAG into real applications a lot easier. The desktop version makes onboarding simpler than others, and a new team member, if you have a team, that can install, connect, and just start this really quickly. Plus, this added ability to swap models mid-chat without breaking context is huge, and because it's open source, we can self-host it, which means you can demo to clients, you can demo to others, without worrying about your data leaving the environment. Now, on the downside, RAG sometimes needs document pinning for perfect recall. Large collections, like I'm talking about 500 or more documents, they're going to eat up RAM on smaller laptops. Agent flows can still feel a bit beta in edge cases, so it's not going to be perfect. But for most real-world workflows, it's one of the least painful options that we have right now, especially being an open source one. So is this worth it? I mean, if you're building internal tools, client-facing private AI systems, yeah, of course. Or if you want production-grade RAG base without writing it all yourself, this is going to be great. If you need agents that actually ship, This is also a huge bonus. We're not stitching everything together. But if you require ultra fine tuning for every single day, or you prefer building everything from scratch with raw LangChain, hey, that's fun. I get it, but this is not going to be for you. If you're running on very low end hardware and you need something extremely lightweight, again, this is not going to be that. The desktop download in the repo I've linked below. If you enjoy these types of tools to speed up and change your workflow, be sure to subscribe to the Better Stack channel. We'll see you in another video.